Bolo, 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 Bolo.
Before we get started, if you guys need any equipment for your studio, make sure you guys go ahead and click my link in the description and head over to Zounds.com. Zounds has a whole bunch of stuff on the site, and they have a whole bunch of stuff on the site that requires no credit or background check, meaning all you have to do is order it, they'll ship it to you, and you can make monthly payments. All you have to do is add a credit or debit card up to the account, and you can go ahead and get your stuff just like that. So if you guys need some equipment, make sure you guys go ahead and click my link in the description and head over to Zounds.com and get you some equipment today. Also, you guys know I rock with Analog Cases because they make the best cases to protect your gear, and they make the most professional stands to protect your gear as well. And they just released a new travel backpack called the Track Pack. The Track Pack Travel Backpack. Wonder if you can say that 3 times in a row. But this is the ultimate musician's backpack to travel with. This is a professional musician's backpack. You can put your MPC Live 2 in there. You can put your Machine Plus, your Roland SP404. You can add in your MIDI controllers as well, and you even have a compartment to add your laptop in there too. And everything stays protected because this bag is heavily insulated with nothing but protection. And to make things even better, they have a whole bunch of compartments where you can put your cords, your keys, your cell phones, hell, the kitchen sink if you want to put that in there too. So if you're a professional musician that is on the go, make sure you guys go ahead and check out this Track Pack Traveler's Backpack. I'm telling you right now, you will not be disappointed. Go ahead and click my link in the description to Analog Cases and save 10% today. Yo, 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 what is good, everybody? What is good? What is good? What is good? How y'all doing today? What is good? Good to see all of y'all on here. Shout out to my channel members. Shout out to Mill on the Track, Stump Music. What's good? Good seeing y'all on here. Shout out to all of the members. What is good? Thanks to everybody that's already hit that like button already. And shout out to all the new people that's on here. And shout out to everybody else. What's good? What is good? We got everybody on here. We got Jay Bean. We got Weaver on here. What's good? What's good? We got
Slavtron, I think that's how you say it. He's been on a lot of people's chats lately. I've been watching this whole thing go down. It's been pretty cool, man, to see how the YouTube world can be woken up in a sense. So it's kind of cool, man. It's kind of cool. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the weirdness that I've been seeing lately. It's weird, man. It's very weird. That's all I want to say. It's very weird, and it has a lot to do about what's been going on this week, past couple days. Shout out to Sauce Money Beats. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for being a supporter for as many years and just supporting me and everything that you do, man. I really appreciate you, Sauce Money. If you guys want to donate to the chat, you can. If you guys don't, it is all good. So this is what I'm going to talk about today. So I'm just get started with it right now. We got a few people on here already, but this is what I want to talk about. The YouTube music production community is getting very weird. And the reason why I'm saying that is not because of what transpired this week. Okay. What we've started, it basically highlights what has been going on for a while right now. And it's actually a good thing for everybody who is upset about it, for everybody who feels like they got to say certain things. It's actually a good thing. And people have to look at the silver lining of all of this stuff that's going on. Like, people have to think about the silver lining. Number one, you got to understand this. Without conversations, we are not going to get better in anything. That's number one. And sometimes conversations are rough. Sometimes conversations are very, very, very rough, man. Like, sometimes you have to sit down with your brothers or your sisters or your family sometimes and have those conversations that just might not be the conversations that you wanted to have. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just like that. And that's how it is. Like, I have uncomfortable conversations with my family sometimes. I have uncomfortable conversations with my producers, with people who I record with, the artists I work with. That is okay. There's nothing wrong with having the uncomfortable conversations. But the thing that's weird about these uncomfortable conversations, what's good? Ayo, Sean, what's good? The only thing, yeah, and I'm gonna get to that too. About the Shawty P original video, which people have been sending me that too. And Weaver's video. But at the end of the day, if you don't have these uncomfortable conversations, we won't be able to force certain things to happen and certain things to move. And what I want to say to any content creator that's out here, you got to understand this, and this is another weird thing that I got to say to a lot of content creators. You got to stand on business. You can't show people that you're out here weak. You cannot do that. You would be doing everybody a disservice. You'll be doing your whole audience and everybody a disservice if you're out here showing people your weaknesses. Like, just being honest. When you're out here apologizing for content that you make, and oh my goodness, the community, I'm sorry, this, that, whatever. No, man, that's what you made. That's what you did. It is stamped. It's there. You can't take it back from that point. You can't take it back. So you got to stand on that business. Like, I feel sorry for the smaller content creator. I forgot his name. He actually made an apology video today. I need to pull up his, I actually saw his video. Let me try to find him real quick. I just saw his video. He's a smaller content creator that did the Open AI. Where's my history? What's it? Arsony Music. I saw his video and he wasn't mentioned like me and other people like that, but he did an apology video. And man, like just being for real, you got to get some nuts. Y'all got to get some nuts in this thing, man, and stop letting other people's influences and all this stuff here. What's good, Shawty P? What's good? What's good? Like, people have to have nuts out here. Like, Shawty P, he made his video. He has nuts. He didn't back down from his video. He didn't say nothing. Weave did his video. He has nuts. He didn't back down. A lot of these people who are in politics that are on YouTube, they have nuts. They come on here, and it's male and females. They have nuts to come on here and speak their mind and say what it is, right? And they don't back down from it because that's their thing. That's their channel. That's what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like what people fail to understand is, and like I said before, is we coming on here to do music. And I think that's one of the main things that's been lost in this whole music production community is the music. Now you got people who are inviting themselves to a party that they weren't even invited to. And I'm going to address this too, because I really don't usually address certain things. But like the whole situation with like Busy Works, he wasn't even invited to the party, in a sense. And and then he kind of inserted himself into it, and then he's for AI, but he's not about this, he's not about that, and he's putting my name saying, oh, you need to take down the video from their site. That's their channel. So they can do whatever they want to do, and I'm not telling them to take nothing down that I do, because what I do is intentional. If I do something, I mean to do it. And I'm not gonna sit here and sit here and hold my nuts for anybody. I'm not gonna do that, because that's what got my channel to where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna sit here and keep continuing this conversation because it's Christmas time and everybody needs to pay bills. Like, that's my thing. Like, I understand that everybody needs to make some money, and I understand everybody needs to have support, but at some point, all this stuff has got to stop. Because at the end of the day, we're not even making any music anymore. I'm still making music. Like, I was gonna come on live. I got my MPC set up, have my camera set up. I was gonna come on here and make beats tonight, but the spirit led me another way. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, and you know what I'm saying? I feel what you're saying, Blacks in Audio. Like, I understand, because at some point it just gets weird, because this is what's happening. Now that you have the people that, I guess what you want to call the top people in the music production community, I guess, which there's a whole bunch of people now that's really considered top if you want to think about it. But now that you have this happening, we've pretty much kind of settled it. Like, we're kind of settling down from the situation. What's happening now is you have a whole bunch of smaller creators who are trying to jump on the boat thinking, oh my goodness, now if I talk about this, then I will get their following that comes to my channel. And then what it is, it's a whole bunch of people, that are trying to jump on this situation because they thinking that it's going to hype them up, in a sense, which it's not. It's people that tried to hype it up, they tried to say certain things, and I'm not going to address none of them like that, but it's people that's trying to hype this up because they think it's gonna help them out. That's not how YouTube works. You know what I'm saying? And you a content creator as needs to pay bills too, bro. Unknowledge, whatever your name is, you obviously do not know who I am. You obviously don't know who I am. You obviously don't know what I produce. You obviously don't know anything about me. You just come on here and talk. You ain't have a real picture. Everybody right now in the chat, please give Knowledge Edge, please give him y'all full attention. Give me y'all full attention, because he's been on this thing like really, really, really hard on everybody's page. Like, he's been around here kissing ass on everybody's page about this. And the thing about it is, we don't know who you are and what you've done. He's just coming on people's pages and doing that. Yeah, he just want to come on here and, hey, everybody give him his attention. Give him all the attention he wants on here today. Please give him as much, because it's a troll account. It's somebody else running the account. He's been on everybody's pages like this. Please give him all the attention he wants, because he wants attention. I'm not even on live right now. Give him all the attention. Please. Please give him all the attention. Please give him all the attention, y'all. Please. That's what he wants. Give him everything. He's bringing female vibes over here. See, because the main thing about a lot of this stuff is a lot of people out here, are mad because they're not in the position that some of these creators are in. And they want to be in this situation. Continue to give him all the attention he wants. Give him all the attention that he wants, y'all. Please go ahead. Please give him all the attention that he wants on here. Please go ahead. Because he's somebody who has issues with himself. Like a lot of people that come on here and comment and say all type of stuff and say things like that, they have problems with themselves. That's why they hide behind pages like that. You know what I'm saying? So please go ahead and do that. Talk about what you did to Platinum Baby. Me and Platinum Baby comes onto my site. I've actually seen Platinum Baby stuff. I caught a stray. But please go ahead and give unknowledge, because obviously he's been on my channel a lot and he's trying to put things together. Y'all keep giving him some attention. The thing is, people like him are people that hide around pages like that. Go to his page and look at his page and see how many people are following him and see how many years he's been on YouTube, and that'll let you know what's kind of going on. Because what he wants is attention. So y'all give him some attention. What's good, Tiffy? See, the thing is, people like Tiffy Beats, she actually met me at my studio. She's real. I did a giveaway and I gave her an 88 key MIDI controller. She actually came into my studio, played some dope beats and everything. She's real. Mill on the track, Stump Music. All these people are real. See, the thing about it is with me, I actually meet and greet my people. Like, I'm actually outside. When I go to studios here in Atlanta, everybody pretty much knows who I am when I walk in there, because it's like, hey, Bolo, what's good, man? What's up? Because they understand the energy of how I am. You know what I'm saying? People understand energy. That's the thing about it. People understand how people's energy is. What's good? Some HTK. He's a real person too. And he's on here all the time. You know what I'm saying? So hey, that's good, unknowledgeable. I started off with one subscriber and I built it up to this. So at the end of the day, it's all good. The thing about it is, you got people that are on here that have issues with themselves. And the issue with themselves are they're not happy with themselves. So what they want to do is they want to bring your energy down to them. And when you do that, when you fall into that then they got you. At the end of the day, is they're going through some issues with themselves and they want you to feel their pain. And it's really a cry. It's really crying out. A lot of people who troll, they're really crying out. They're really crying out loud. And that's another weird thing. They're really crying out loud. They're really asking for help. You know what I'm saying? When people do certain things and they strive to be seen and be heard all the time, you know what I'm saying? They cry out loud. You know what I'm saying? Like right now he's crying. Oh, I've been to Europe. I just went to London. I just went to London. And when I was and check this out, when I was in London, I went because I was staying in the city center right there, not too far away from the castle. I went to what's that place on South London? I went to South London, where most of like the black community and stuff like that's from. I went down there, and while I was walking down there, one of my subscribers, he noticed me, And he pulled up on me, and I actually got it on my YouTube channel. He pulled up on me. He was like, "Hey, are you from America?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Bolo." Me and my girl walking. I kind of got scared a little bit, but he was cool though. He was really cool, and he was telling me about an open mic that was there that night. What's the side that everybody talks about? It's you take the train going south. It's straight from like the city center right there, because we were staying right on like where all the touristy stuff is. And I took what is it? They have a nice little restaurant. They have a Jamaican spot over there because we walked from the train. We got out the train, went to a Jamaican spot, and then it's like a Jamaican spot around the corner. It's a little pub right there. We actually went in there and they had like $5 drinks in there. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. But yeah, we went there and I actually met another DJ. I actually met a DJ at a club that was around the corner from where we were staying at. So yeah, I've been to England plenty of times because, you know, I was on the road with Silento. So I've been to Europe. I've been to Paris, Monaco. I've been to we did a whole European tour. We went to Belgium. We did Barcelona. I've been to Paris a few times. Like me and my girl just came back from Paris after we went to Africa. You know what I'm saying? I've been to a lot of places. I'm born and raised Brixton. Yes, that's where it's Brixton. Yeah, we was over there. We was walking past there where they had like the whole little market area right there. It was cool. I met some really cool Jamaican guys over there too. They were really cool, man. It was cool. And it's as soon as you come off the train in Brixton, if you make that right, facing that main street, it's like a little pub that's right there. And if you make that left and go down and then you bust that right, it's like a supermarket or something right there. And it's like a Jamaican or like a soul food spot that's right there. We was gonna eat there, but then we ended up going around the corner and eating right over there. We did a lot of walking in London too, because where our hotel is where all that row of like all those like fashion. It's like an outdoor mall. They have like all the high-end fashion stores right there, and it's like a school back there. And we walked all the way back towards that way, and it's like a whole bunch of like little clubs and stuff back over through there. It's actually really dope. And it's like a Puma store, like a shoe store right there in the corner where we stayed at. So yeah, it was cool. So like I'm from Florida. I was born and raised in Florida. And this is like before Florida got rebuilt up. So you got to think a lot of the downtowns back in Florida didn't really have that many skyscrapers, not like how it is now. Like I remember Miami didn't really even have skyscrapers like that. I remember when Orlando didn't have skyscrapers. Tampa didn't have skyscrapers. Now they're building up the coastlines and stuff like that in a lot of these cities. And I'm going to tell you, if you ever lived in Florida, you will understand how people don't understand, like when they really get down there, it's like certain places really does look like a third world country because of the amount of foreigners that actually live there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's just how it is. But, you know, people that come on and they troll, that's what it is. It's just a cry out for help. You know what I'm saying? It's a cry for help. That's what it is. They have nothing to do but cry out, and they really need help. That's all it is for anybody to do. Europe doesn't have skyscrapers. Boy, they do. Europe does have skyscrapers. They do. If you go downtown London, they have some nice stuff down in downtown London. Like if you walk past all that, they have some really dope skyscrapers. It's dope. Bolo, you went to Tampa? You went to Leto? No, but I scored a lot of touchdowns on Leto. I went to Chamberlain. Yeah. Are we going to talk about the OpenAI video put out today? Nah, not really. He was cool. I'm glad he did put that out, and he tried to clarify a few things, which that's what he wanted to do. That's what he wanted to do. I'm not going to stop using it. I think it was cool. I actually made a beat on it last night. That's actually I think it's actually still a pretty cool thing to use. I think it's cool. It's much easier, and it actually has some really good results. Like I remember one, I gotta find out. I don't know how to do. I ain't gonna put him out there because I don't know if he wants me out. But he sent me an email of some stuff he did in Suno, and it's like a random guy. He sent the stuff in Suno, and he sent the stuff from OpenBeat, and the OpenBeat stuff actually came out much better. So I'm gonna continue to use it. I'm actually gonna do a few loops so I can have some loops and stuff that I can make some beats with on live and stuff like that. Um, I'm gonna be singing into it and everything too. So, that's a person who has a company, and when you have a company, you know, uh, when you have a company, you got to protect your company at all times. You know what I'm saying? You got to protect your company because that's your livelihood. But then also you got to understand this. Like a lot of people are talking about ethical stuff, right? And this is where shit gets weird too. And I'm sorry for cussing because y'all know I don't really cuss like that. But let me do this. Um, it's this is where things start. Like it's really funny when people always talk about ethical stuff and oh my God, is it ethical for this person for this company to do this and do that? If you smoke cigarettes, knowing that you're smoking cancer sticks, knowing on the back of that box that is telling you you're smoking cancer sticks, and they're still trying to go out here and sell a product, and you're buying it, you can't tell me nothing about being ethical because you're directly supporting companies that are pushing people to potentially, I'm not saying that they do cause, but they could potentially cause people to have cancer, that they have stuff like that. Now that's really ethical. Even though if you want to smoke a square every now and then, it is what it is. Hey, I even tried to hit squares back in the day. It just wasn't my thing. Now, I used to be on them Black and Miles real heavy. In college, I used to be on Black and Miles heavy in college because one of my good friends, he was on them like that. And of course, if you know somebody that's on it, you like, let me try it. But you know what I'm saying? Like that, that's just one of them things where, people always talk about, oh, you got to be ethical about this and this, that, whatever. You got to do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? If you know you supporting companies like that, this is far beyond a music type of a situation. You know what I'm saying? It's far beyond that. This is your health. But the thing about what's kind of going on, Hazel Hits, it's funny the people on YouTube will become the biggest. What are you saying right here? Hold on, I'm sorry, man. My bad. Be the biggest complaint instead of getting better at their craft. So people do be talking, not to walk. Yeah, do be doing all the talking, not the walking. Yeah, it's like people are talking about ethics about all this stuff like that, but really nobody cares. Like nobody really cares. And I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show y'all guys something how much nobody really cares about AI. Let me show y'all something real quick. This was funny when I seen this, right? This was funny. I'm gonna see if I still got these clips real quick. Hold on, let me see. All right. So I got these clips right here, right? And let me put this right here. Oh, that thing showed up really big. That thing showed up really big. Hold on. No, I don't need that. I don't need to take care of that right there. Hold on, let me show y'all something. Yeah. All right. So this is Suno statistics right here, right? Suno statistics. Let's look at this. Let's see this real quick. Let me blow this up so I can read it a little bit. Suno statistics. Suno earned 34 million in revenue in the third quarter of 2025. It is an annualized run rate of 150. Over 2 million people actively use Suno to create music. Suno has been downloaded close to 30 million times since launch. The United States accounts for more than 15% of the downloads, India 13%. Suno was most recently valued at $2.4 billion. Hold on. Let's look at this other slide right here. All right, let's look at another slide real quick. We're gonna go to another slide because I wanted y'all to see this real quick. Let's go and add another slide in here real quick. Let's go and slide this down. All right, let's look at this Suno revenue, and this comes from a place called the Business of Apps. You can go and actually look this up. They have a lot of they give a lot of insight on apps that are online. So you can actually look this up, and they have sources too, so you can see the sources down here too. It says Suno recently reported $150 million of revenue run rate, and we estimate to make around about $130 million this year. Check this out. Now, people have been talking about this whole AI thing, right? And they've been talking about, oh my goodness, AI is this, AI is that, it's destroying the people, this, that, whatever. People have been talking about AI, right? And when I get done with these slides, I'm gonna say something, okay? But ever since, people have been talking about all this AI stuff, and I told y'all this in my last stream, the more and more you talk about it, the more and more we keep talking about it, the more and more people are going to jump on it. And that's exactly what happened. So the more and more we keep talking about it, it's going to be just like this. Because look at this. Since Q4 of 2024, right? Look at this. Revenue, $11 million. Q1 of 2025, revenue, $18 million. Q2 of 2025, $26 million. Q3 of 2025, $34 million. So since we've been talking about AI and how unethical it is and how we need to stop AI and what we need to do, since we all of us have been talking about AI, guess what has been happening? Popularity has shot up. You know why? That's why they say it doesn't matter if somebody's talking about you, whether they're talking about you good or bad, it is good press. And I keep telling people, if you want AI to stop, you have to stop talking about it. But no, we can't stop talking about it. We sure can't. We can't stop talking about it. You know why we can't stop talking about it? Because people think it's going to be an easy revenue stream. Let's go to another slide right here. Hold on. See, this is what people don't, they don't understand, how this thing really works, because there's actually more people who accept AI than people who don't. So who's really winning? Because a lot of them Suno channels are getting a lot more views than the channels who don't like AI. There's channels out here that are strictly all about Suno right now that are making tons of money here on YouTube, and they support AI 1,000%. They support it. They support it. So check this out. Suno has about 2.5 active users with over 20 million people having tried out the app since launch. In every single quarter, there's more users coming on to Suno. Ever since we've been talking about it. Let's go again. Let's see some more slides right here. Let's see another slide right here. And I'm gonna probably stop after this one right here. Let me just see. I'm pulling these slides at random right now, but you can read the whole thing over at Business of Apps. Look at the downloads. Now, the third quarter, it did slow down, but ever since we've been talking about this, it has been going up. That is crazy. That's crazy. So we have been talking about it over and over and over again, and there's nothing we can do about it, because guess what? People are using it, and they're using it the way they want to use it. Because like I always say, whatever happens in somebody's house, that is their business. But then people say, oh my God, oh my goodness, they're stealing people's music. They're stealing our music, and they're using it to train an AI model. The AI model has already gotten everything it needs. Don't you think by now that model has pretty much gotten every single chord progression that is out? Every single sound that is out? At this point right now, it's not even being taught on that type of a level right now. It's actually somebody sent me over how AI is actually being worked right now. AI right now is not being worked the way that a lot of you guys think it's being worked right now. He broke it down to me, and I'm going to kind of speak on it very lightly because I haven't really read it all the way through. But right now, AI is almost basically just pulling, just like how you would pull from like Splice or somewhere. It's pulling from a database now from stuff that is already in there. It's not even really even being trained like that anymore. From what, a lot of people think that, oh my God, it's pulling like that. It's not even doing that. It's got everything. Everything that you think that AI is being trained, it's already being taught. It's already got all that already. That's already done. You know what I'm saying? It's already done. And the crazy thing about it is I don't even use AI like that. Like I haven't used it. Like if y'all been on my page, like y'all know I make beats from scratch. I get on here on my MPC and make beats from scratch. You know what I'm saying? All right, we got another person on here. We got Frank Sinatra. We got another troll on here. Y'all give him all the attention right now. Give him all the attention. Give him all the attention right now. You know what I'm saying? Give him all the attention y'all want. And people say making its own music, then training on itself. Yeah, like right now, like I keep trying to tell people, and this is what the fear of everybody is. Everybody's like, oh my God, this AI is gonna take over. It's gonna take over. Right now, if I made a beat using AI loop, some people are gonna like it, some people are not gonna like it. It is what it is. No prompt is going to make or break your music career. There is no perfect prompt. Not with humans. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. There's no prompt that's going to make your song a hit song. There's no perfect beat out here. There's some beats that people really do like. Like, you have some very iconic beats like Shook Ones. That's iconic beat. Shook Ones was made on I think an MPC. No, I don't think it was made on MPC. I can't remember. I don't want to say. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say what Havoc made it on. I don't know. But Shook Ones was made from a sample. You know what I'm saying? But you got to remember now, a few years ago, oh my God, sampling is bad. Sampling is bad. This is another weird thing too. Everybody decides they want to, and I like what Brother Av was saying when he was on my live the other day. He was saying that people like to shift the goalpost. And for what people don't know, is that what shifting the goalpost means, basically. It basically means that you'll shift the focus on something to something else because you may not deem that it's not that important to you. Or it's not that. It's like basically if we're talking about something and you feel like you want to prove your point, you'll shift it to where you are like, oh my goodness, this is what it really means. And what you're saying is wrong and I'm right. Like something they might have agreed on a while back. Now they don't agree on it now. But the reason why I don't agree on that is because of what's going on now. See, right now there was a whole bunch of people, even a few years ago, that used to get on YouTube producers for sampling. They used to get on YouTube producers for sampling back in the day. Oh, you're not making real music. You're sampling. You're not making real music. No, I don't block no trolls on here. If they're a troll, I do not block them. But there are people on here who were actually saying that, oh, sampling is bad. And this is when sampling was like allowed on YouTube. We can go in here and sample and everything. So you know what? A lot of us stopped sampling, and then guess what happened? Splice and a lot of places came along, and then the MIDI packs came along and all this stuff. Then Unison Audio came along, and then, oh my God, y'all are using MIDI packs. That's bad. Sampling is cool, but MIDI packs are worse. So then now it's like, oh my God, okay, so sampling is cool now. So now y'all moving the goalposts, so sampling is cool, so now MIDI packs are bad. I remember when I did that Unison Audio drum monkey video. Oh my goodness, the people, oh my God, Bolo, I'm never following you again. You're a sellout for using that. That company is terrible. Da 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 da. It was all of that going on. I had to go through that and I went through that worse than even the open AI situation. Like people were, and this is like 2020, something like that. This was like 2019, 2020. Man, people were on me tough. And you know, at first I had to kind of like, hold on, man, I'm not gonna do that. Like people on me tough with that one. You know what I'm saying? You know. Okay, we got another one in here. Robster T. How are you not a sellout when have you ever turned down a bag? I've actually turned down a lot of bags, to be honest with you. You know what? This is what I can tell you. And before y'all get on Robster T, he's saying that I'm a sellout. The thing is this. If you actually knew how much money is out here in advertising, so far as like when you're a YouTuber and you start really getting like a following and you can tell people are really on you, when you get like that, you get multiple bags sent to you all the time. When you get multiple bags all the time, sometimes you can't take them all. I have companies that want to send me stuff all the time that some of you guys would take it gladly. They want to send me products and send me money. But the thing about it is, I cannot sit here and take every single bag. Why Bolo never made a video about Silento unaliving his cousin or whoever he unalived? He's scared to talk about real. Okay, first of all, I don't have to talk about it because that's between me and him. I've talked to Silento since he's been in jail, number one. And number two, I don't know that situation. And number three, there's more to that situation than you would even know. So I'm not coming on here and talking about a kid that I know. I know him for Ricky. I know Ricky Hawk. I know the 15-year-old kid that I met that my homeboy brought to me in December of 2014. That's the kid I know. I know the kid who, when we were out doing shows and tours, that's the kid I know. I didn't have any problems with him when he was under me. The kid, after he turned 18 and the things he did after that, I don't know that because I actually stopped managing him shortly after he turned 18, because I always told him that at some point I'm not going to be able to manage you. You're going to have to be able to do things on your own, because at the time I had newborn twins. I had a whole bunch of stuff going on, and I'm not about that whole road life like that. But me and him talked. Me and him talked shortly after his aunt died. The people who raised him. His uncle died a year before and his aunt died a year later. And me and him talked. He called me from jail. We talked. In that situation, I don't know what happened. But I do know the kid that was around me. So that's why I have not talked about him. And I keep that very, very, very seriously, because somebody lost their life. And the thing about it is, you're trying to make this into like a situation like that. Somebody lost their life in that situation. And for what I hear, it's more to the story than that. But at the end of the day, somebody, a father, or somebody lost their life. And now two people lost their lives, really. So that's not for anybody to sit here and to bring up like that. I got great videos, great times with him. You know what I'm saying? When we was out, going to Brazil, going to Dubai, going to England, going through the whole US, Hawaii, Seoul, Korea, you know what I'm saying? Doing all the shows, having a great time. So I'm going to keep it there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I've never talked about it. And see, that's the thing about it. See, Frank Sinatra, whatever the troll is, he's crying out for help right now. The reason why is because he sees somebody doing better than him. That's weird. That's why I'm saying a lot of stuff on here is weird. And another thing too is, let me get back to my topic. A lot of people want to monetize off of something that was something. What I really mean is, like what Weave did. He brought out a video and he did something that takes nuts. He went against a company, and the company, you know what I'm saying, they suffered from it a little bit. People are still supporting the company, so it's all good. But he wanted to shed some light. That's what he wanted to do on his channel. Now, whatever consequences come from that, that's just the consequences that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? See, unknowledgeable. Stop talking about shit 10 years ago. I can't stop talking about something I'm still getting paid for. I'm very happy about my accomplishments with that. I'm going to talk about it forever. I'm going to talk about it forever. I'm going to talk about that accomplishment forever because I'm still getting paid from it. I'm going to talk about it forever. Like, I've been a part of one of the biggest songs ever made. One of the biggest songs ever made. I'm going to talk about it forever. Forever. My grandkids going to know. My kids are going to know. They already know, but I'm going to talk about that forever because that's a huge accomplishment to be right there in the Billboard, to be known as one of the biggest songs of the century. I am in the Billboard article right now for being one of the biggest songs ever made this century. You know what I'm saying? But what I do know is this. Whatever somebody wants to do, that is their business to do it. Whatever somebody wants to do, if somebody wants to use AI, that is their business. If they want to spend their hard-earned money on using AI, that is their business. We got another one on here, earning money, B9F. That's another troll. You know, you see that dash in there, it's always a troll. We got another one. Y'all acknowledge him, please. Y'all acknowledge him, please. You know what I'm saying? Hey, then this is another thing. Robster T. Y'all just be saying stuff. First of all, if you ever look at any one of my videos, when do I ever say you got to buy something? I always say in my videos, if you think this will work for you, or if you think this is right for you, check it out. I want you to go back to my video that I made, and I want you to hear me say you have to buy it. This is the best thing ever made. I will say it's dope. I ain't gonna lie to you. I will say it's dope. But when any one of my videos, have you seen me ever say, you got to buy this? This is the best thing ever. If you don't buy this, it's gonna be this. You'll never see that. That's the thing that y'all see. The thing is, if y'all got some of y'all, if y'all have got $25, y'all have been on there. Oh man, it's the best plugin ever. Oh my God, this is the best thing ever done. This thing is crazy. That's what some of y'all will do right now. You know what I'm saying? But like I said before, it's weird because in 2020 we couldn't use loops back then. We couldn't. No, it wasn't loops. I'm gonna get to that. We couldn't use chord progressions back then. But then in like 2021, 2022, when Splice started getting big, oh my God, y'all are using pre-made loops. We not worried about sampling no more. We're not worried about the melody, the MIDI packs and stuff no more. Now we worried about loops. Oh my God, y'all are using loops. Oh my God, y'all are using loops. Y'all using pre-made loops from humans. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, you're using loops. What are you gonna do? You're using loops. Loops are bad. They're terrible. And they shifted the goalpost then. So now sampling is good now. The MIDI packs are good now. And loops are bad now. Then AI hits the scene. Now it's all about AI. You see AI content, 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 hey, AI content, hey, AI content, hey, AI content, AI content, AI. Thank you, Ab. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. AI content, AI content is more AI content. AI content is more AI content. AI content is more. It's more. It's more AI content. And let me pull up one more slide since we've been talking about AI content. Let me just do this. I'm going to pick a random slide right here. Hold on. I'm just going to get one. I said I was going to be done with it. But since we've been talking about AI content, let me show you what's been happening since we've been talking about it. Since everybody wants to keep talking about AI content. Oh my goodness. There were over 950 million AI app users in the second quarter of 2025. Since we've been talking about it, since everybody's trying to fight it, oh my God, AI, we're trying to fight it. We're trying to fight AI, 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 AI. We need to do this, we need to do that. Guess what? The more we've been talking about it, the more it's been going up. Because you know why? People are not worried about AI per se. They're not worried about it. Because like I said before, if they were worried about it, they wouldn't try to monetize off of it. And I don't even use AI like that. I used it this week once I got that the open beat stuff. I've been using, but most of the stuff y'all see on my page, I don't do AI music production on my page. That's been really pretty much the only video I've ever done AI on. Like I was gonna come on tonight and make beats from scratch on my MPC. That's what I do. That's how I always made beats, was from scratch. I used to sample back in the day when I first got started, but I like to make beats from scratch. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I always make my beats. And then if I play them, people either like them or they don't like them. Half the people like them, half the people don't. If I made an AI beat, if I made a melody with AI and put drums behind it, half the people gonna like it, half the people don't. But this is what's been going on ever since we've been talking about AI. It's been getting bigger. When will it ever stop? Probably when people stop talking about it. And if you don't use AI, hey, you're like me. I don't really use it. And I say really because I just started using it like this week when I got OpenBeat. OpenBeat is cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm a trap style producer. But my biggest song is a kid record. My second biggest song is basically a kid record that I wrote. My third biggest song is a kid record. And my fourth biggest song is a kid record. But I make trap style beats, but I make kid records. Like that's what most people know me for is I work with kids, like, and I make positive music. My biggest records are positive music. No cussing. Can you believe that? My biggest record is Silento, Watch Me Whip, Watch Me Nay Nay. Second biggest record is a record called Dessert by Darwin. That record is now 2 times platinum. Third biggest record is from a girl from England. What's her damn name? She's not even singing no more. She's not even singing anymore. She was a child. She was on like the Ellen show. She was a child singing sensation. What was her doggone name? The song was called Girl in the Mirror. Right now, let me see. I'm gonna pull these stats up so y'all can see them. Where's that? Here we go. I'm gonna pull these stats up for y'all real quick so y'all can see them. Let me send this over to my computer real quick so y'all can see these stats real quick. Well, let me send this over to my computer real quick. All right. There we go. Let me pull this up for y'all real quick. So y'all know. Yeah, and that's all my streams right there too. Yeah, that's all my streams. Okay, so these are my stats right here. I'm almost close to 5 billion streams right now, 119 credits, and that's not even all my credits. I'm probably missing like maybe like 200 or 300 credits I didn't put in here yet. But my biggest song, as you guys can see, is Watch Me Whip, Watch Me Nay Nay, got 3 billion streams. Second song is Dessert by Darwin. It has 601 streams. So actually, combine these streams right here, I think we're almost at 1 billion total. So yeah, we're looking at around about 4 times platinum with that right now. And this one, Girl in the Mirror, right now, that one right now is, if you take all of the, it's 150. So this is close to 2 times platinum. And then we have Still a Man by the Taylor Girls, and that's gold. I haven't got my Sophia Grace plaque because it was like an independent company, and I have to get in touch with the people, and we did the song so long ago. But yeah. Yeah, so this is what I do. This is how I get paid. You know what I'm saying? This is how I get paid. For everybody who wants to know. This is why YouTube is fun for me. Like it's not the easiest thing to do. Like if anybody does YouTube, you guys know how hard it is, like to just shoot regular videos, even if you don't have the type of cameras and stuff we got. You know what I'm saying? So it's a hard thing to really get really good footage and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So for everybody who thinks that YouTube is like my biggest money getter. Yeah. Sorry to tell you. I'm sorry to tell you. But these are real stats. These are real stats. And then I got some stuff that I actually did with some actually this year I actually worked with some actually known artists. I'm not gonna say nothing because I don't want to jinx it. But these are I'm actually working with known artists. See, Matt Parson, you don't even know what shilling even means. Me and Weaver just talked about this on his thing. You know what I'm saying? Silento Records definitely the biggest money maker because it's been on shows and movies. That's right. Dessert has been on shows and movies. Girl in the Mirror have been on shows and movies. Taylor Girls has been on shows and movies. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shilling for AI Corporation. Boy, Mac Parsons. We got another one, y'all. Mac Parsons. Y'all give him some attention. Y'all give him some attention, chat. Give him some attention. You know what I'm saying? But then check this out, right? And that's a good thing you're talking about too. Salvatron, I keep saying it wrong. I'm gonna take this off right here. But yeah, everybody talks about being ethical and everything, but a lot of y'all had crack plugins back in the day. Like, a lot of y'all had crack plugins that were stealing the same codes, like the same like plugin coding from other top plugins, but nobody talks about that. I guess YouTube wasn't that big like that. But it is what it is. But I want to address this to a lot of people like, oh, Bolo, yeah, you talking about your accomplishments and you saying this and you saying that. It sounds like you're just being a asshole to people and this, that, whatever. I'm happy about my accomplishments. You should be happy about yours. You should be happy about your accomplishments. You should be happy. Whatever you do in life, I don't care if you ran your first marathon. You should talk, if you ran your first marathon 20 years ago and you completed it, I expect you to talk about that for the rest of your life and say you did something. I expect you, if you did something good in your life that has made you a better person, you should talk about that. You should. You should talk about your accomplishments. If you did something good, if you made people's lives happy, if you made things better, you should talk about your accomplishments. Everybody on here, if you've ever worked with an artist and a song came out, guess what that is? That is a placement. I know most people think placements come from like a major artist or whatever like that. No. If you've ever done a song with an artist and they put it on iTunes or whatever and somebody played it and you actually got any type of money from it, I don't care if it's a penny or $1 or $10 or $100. That is a placement. You just made money off your music. If you put your music on a CD and you sold it to somebody, that's a placement. You should feel happy about that. That's why I talk about all the stories and I talk about everything. And I'm very unapologetic about it because that is my life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, our first big show was on Good Morning America. That was the craziest show ever because I met Arnold Schwarzenegger that show. It was like that was like the season premiere. Like how Good Morning America works is like their season starts in the summertime. And it was a really big show because Arnold Schwarzenegger was there. I forgot who else was there. It was a lot of big name people that were there that day for that show. And I got to meet so many cool people that day. And then the crazy part about that day is when he performed, I didn't perform. When we left Good Morning America, we were supposed to do the Breakfast Club. But we had to go to the hotel first, get all our bags, and then we had to beat the New York traffic to get to the building. And when we got there, Envy was already on the elevator. The girl, she was already gone. And the only person that sat out there and talked to us was Charlemagne. Charlemagne walked us all through the building, and he sat outside with us and talked to us for about 45 minutes. And he was like, man, I'm glad, I like what y'all are doing. Keep doing this. If y'all need anything from me, here's my number. Y'all just call me if you're in New York and you want to try to do something, let me know. I never called Charlemagne. But I just, the thing about it is, it was so cool that he sat out there and talked to us. And as much as people say he's an asshole, he's actually very good, cool guy. Cool guy. Very cool guy. So yeah, that was a crazy day. But then we still did Angie Martinez show the next day, and she was phenomenal. She really treated him like an auntie. Like she came in there, she was like, hey, listen, we're gonna have a good time, just talk. And that was really like his third radio interview ever. And we had a really good interview with her. Angie Martinez is a great soul. Great soul. We had a great time. And these stories I'm going to talk about over and over and over again. That's why I think it's weird with the YouTube music community, because you have weirdos that come into this community and try to destroy the good things. Like, these are good times that I'm trying to share with y'all to motivate people that, hey, if you go through a struggle a little bit, it's okay to struggle a little bit. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to do all this stuff. But you can ultimately, some of you guys may get picked. And what I mean is, you may get picked because God may pick you. I don't know why God picked me to have a huge record. I don't know why. I'm glad he did. But I can't be upset of what I prayed for. I can't be mad at what I prayed for, all the good and the bad that came with it. But I know some people are upset that I got into that position. I can talk about it, and I'm very happy about talking about it. And some people are weird because they think that that's a bad thing because I like to talk about my accomplishments. God gave me that. I didn't do this on my own. God gave me that. I prayed for it, and God gave me that. Now, did he give me everything I wanted? No. Of course. Do I want to be as big as some of these other producers out here? Yeah, of course. But that's not what God gave me. He gave me that. And I'm very happy about it. He gave me a sense of a talking ability to where I can talk to you guys, for where I can sit here and make videos and stuff like that. He's the one that gave me that. So I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be happy and talk about it over and over and over and over and over again. And keep talking about it. Because I'm here to motivate and to get y'all better. I'm here to motivate and get y'all better. But right now, with this space right now, is we're in the AI space where everybody wants to be included in some sort of argument. It's like, come on, man. Like, we can sit here and keep beating this thing till we want to beat it. And this is the thing. Let me tell you what's going to happen. Y'all mark my words. Mark my words right now. It is Thursday, December 11th, 9:31 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. At some point, this AI bubble is going to pop. However, it's not going to pop because of what we did here on YouTube. It's going to pop because it's ran its course. But I guarantee you, it's going to be people here on YouTube. They're going to be like, yeah, see, I did it. I caused AI to stop. You know what I'm saying? It was me. It was me. I'm the one that caused AI to stop. It was me. It was me. It's going to be all of that. When really, it's just going to run its course. I feel that the whole AI situation is going to stop, just like how the NFTs slowed down. You know what I'm saying? It's all going to slow down at some point. Everything slows down at some point. And then later on, in a couple more years, it's going to come right back again. But when it does, You know what I'm saying? When it does stop, it's going to be people that's going to be celebrating, which, yeah, that's cool. You can celebrate, that's cool. But it's going to be people claiming that they're the ones that did it. Oh, I'm the savior. I'm the one that really talked about it. This is me. I'm the one that did it. It's not going to be that. It's either going to be it's going to be through regulation. Number one, it's going to be somebody's going to have to regulate what's going on with AI, and it's not going to be regulated until it actually really affects somebody's family who is in some sort of important scene. Okay. So at the end of the day, that's just how that's going to work. People, people like to take credit and stuff like that, man, for everything right now, and they don't have anything to do with none of this stuff. Like, they don't have anything to do with none of this. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, it's very weird because people like to use other people's names and likenesses to try to get videos to make money, and that's weird. If you have to use other people's faces and names and stuff like that to promote your video on certain things, that's weird. The only time I've used people's names in my videos if I agree with what they're saying, not disagreeing or none of that stuff like that. Like, I don't get into that, because at the end of the day, it's just like, you got to be able to stand on your own 2 feet in a sense. Like, I've been able to stand on YouTube in a positive manner on my own 2 feet for a long time. Even when the numbers wasn't doing good, even with stuff like that, I've been able to stand up on my own and stand tall. But when you constantly have to, deal with drama, like it's been a ton of people that already hit me up about this situation, and it's actually people trying to like use tactics on trying to find people's information and all this other type. It's got to that point. I'm like, yo, that's weird. Like, that's weird. Like, I don't want to be involved with that. Like, people like, yo, I could find somebody's address right now. I'm like, nah, you ain't got to do all that crazy stuff. That's crazy. It's not even, this is music. But at the end of the day, like, it's at a point right now where we're not even making music anymore. And there's actually some really good YouTubers out here that are making great music. And people are not watching them because people want to be in this weird space right now. There's a lot of great YouTubers right now who are super dope at making great music content. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, what is this? What's Anaz talking about? Since you don't remember giving me positive feedback on my music and calling my account a troll, could you explain to the viewers between relevant music and non-relevant music? Also, maybe. Oh, I'll give you that. Relevant music is music that people remember, and non-relevant music is music that people don't remember. That's it. I wish I could tell you something else, but relevant music is music that people remember, and non-relevant music is people that don't remember. Being a ghost producer, I know you have had experience with ghost producers. I was a ghost producer, but I never had no experience of people being ghost producers under me. Any producer that's ever worked with me has always got full credit. AI can never make relevant music. Nah, it can't. It can't make relevant music, but it can make music. But the people can make that unrelevant music very relevant by keep showing up to it, because that's what y'all. This is what y'all got to understand. People want people to talk about AI. AI is big business. They want you to talk about AI so you can go and listen to AI music to run up their streams. And I said this before. What they want to do is they want to shock the world with this AI record have a whole bunch of press on it, good and bad press, so people will run over to it. And then what will happen is once people run to it, it drives the numbers up. And then what happens from that point is there's people who don't know that song is AI. They start listening to the record not knowing it's a AI artist, and they start to believe that that's a real person. Then they start liking the artist and they start subscribing to it, and now you have this big AI record. That's what they want. Would you say relevant is subjective? Yes, relevant is very subjective. However, there are some songs that are timeless songs. They're still relevant to this day. 50 Cent, In the Club, is a very relevant song. Tupac, Hit 'Em Up, is a relevant song. Beyonce's Irreplaceable is a relevant song still to this day. Like, that's relevant songs. But there's songs that have came out this year that you will probably never play again. That means they're not relevant. But that's the thing about it, is it's a person-to-person basis. But for the masses, James Brown, like This Is a Man's World is still a relevant song. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's a it's a like, you can ask kids, like, have you heard this record? And they're like, yeah, we know that record. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it is. There's certain beats that are relevant still. Why you think people sample beats from the early 2000s now and beats from like 2010 now? People are sampling everything. You know what I'm saying? So like that's how things work. Yeah, the number one gospel artist right now is fully AI, and they did exactly what I just said was going to happen. Somebody leaked that it was an AI artist because nobody really knew that the artist was AI, and they worked the plan perfectly. They leaked it. Then people like, oh my God, did you just hear that there's an artist that is AI? He's a gospel artist and this, that, whatever. And they pumped a whole bunch of money into press and to basically promoting that record on shock value. Then a whole bunch of people ran over to it, was like, hey, you heard about that gospel AI artist? I got to go check it out. Then you went over there and y'all streamed the hell out the song. So now the song shot up the charts. And then now there's people who don't know that the artist is AI because they don't know nothing about that. And now you got real people following this artist now. Now you got like 4 songs where the song is like doing good. And the person who probably put the prompt in there is not a church person like that. You know what I'm saying? But then let's talk about this. Let me tell you another thing that's weird. It's so funny now that everybody's talking about, oh man, this whole AI thing is weird and this, that, whatever. But y'all, these are the same people who used to talk about people who used to make trap beats. Oh, trap beats. All y'all do is make trap beats. You just make trap beats, trap beats, trap beats. Even though you're making it from scratch, all the trap beats sound the same. Trap beats are lame. Trap beats it is. Y'all need to stop making trap beats. Da 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 da. Trap beats, trap beats, trap beats. But now it doesn't matter anymore. Now it doesn't matter anymore. You can make trap beats, just don't use AI. We cool with trap beats now. It's crazy how this world works. It's going to be something else next. It's going to be something else next. You can't win from losing. Yeah, they said the same thing about boom bap beats. All the boom bap beats sound the same. Everything is do 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 do. Everything, it's all gonna be the same. Everybody has something to say about something. But what I do want to say is this: like at this point right now, everybody has to understand that this whole AI thing is not going to go away no time soon. And you know, the trolls want to come on and, oh man, it's not ethical, it's not this, da 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 da. You know, listen, a lot of people that got tied up in that situation or whatever are people who are just making music. And, you know, I don't think nobody meant any harm or anything like that. I think people just really wanted to show off a product that was cool. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what happened. And um, you know, got caught up in it. Am I apologizing for it? No, not at all. Because I think it's a good product. And I think for people who don't know how to make beats that want to do the same thing that oh, hold on real quick, y'all. This is my daughter, y'all. Hold on. Hey, sweetie. Oh, good night. Good night. What's up? Where your phone at? All right, we'll talk about it tomorrow, man. All right. Good night. Ooh. Mm, mm. Oh, here's my other child. Hold on. Hello? Hey, sweetie. Not much. I'm on live right now. Okay, get some good sleep, all right? Love you too. Good night. But man, my son didn't turn in his paper. Ooh, too bad for him. But like I said before, yeah, I think people just want to make music, and I think people want to promote certain products that they think is cool. I get a lot of AI stuff sent to my email. I got some stuff from the iPhone where you can do the same thing pretty much on the iPhone or whatever. Um, I'm just not into doing the whole iOS stuff like that. If Beatmaker 3 was pretty darn good, if it was pretty good still, like it still is good, but if it was had more updates, I probably would have did something like that for iOS or whatever. But yeah, they haven't really did anything like that. So I haven't really pressed the issue with like anything iOS. The only thing that I do like that's on like the iOS platform is BandLab. I like what they doing over there. Um, so SoundSling is what's good. I like what they're doing over there with BandLab and all the stuff that they're doing over there with that. So that's the only thing I pretty much kind of promote. And yeah, they actually we actually do I actually did a paid promotion with them. Like, so if I ever do anything with BandLab, it's pretty much like a paid promotion. And sometimes it's not. What a lot of y'all gotta understand too is a lot of times I just like to test out certain products. And certain things that are dope, I'll test them out. And then sometimes these companies will come back and they're like, hey, we wanna work with you, and just for your time, we wanna, what I'm saying, we wanna grease your pockets up a little bit. And to be truthfully honest, there's a lot of companies right now who do want to uh, do paid promotions and stuff like that. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Um, if I feel that a certain product is going to diminish my channel in a sense, I don't do it. Even if they come with a bag. Because sometimes taking, 1,500 even $2,000 or something like that, it can really kind of destroy your channel because it'll kind of take your channel out of rhythm. In a sense, it will take your channel out of rhythm. And sometimes you really got to think about what you want to really promote. So right now, if I have a certain product and I feel that it does not align with what my channel is about, I don't do it. Like I can do pretty much any piece of software. I can get any software from any company right now if I just hit them up. I'm almost for sure I can do that. Software wise. Hardware wise, no. I don't get everything hardware wise. Now, things that I'm curious about, yes. You know what I'm saying? What about Koala Sampler? I like Koala Sampler, but I don't like how you have the export way with Koala Sampler. I actually like Koala Sampler because it's basically an SP404 inside the iPad. I actually like it. But basically, software wise, I can get pretty much whatever. You know what I'm saying? Software wise, I'm covered. Hardware, I can't. Now, there's certain things I did want to test out that I do have. Like I got the Volt, the 8-channel Universal Audio Volt. I want to test it out and see how that sounds versus the Apollos that are out right now. If there's really much of a sound difference, I'm gonna run it through my MP and run it out so y'all guys can hear the difference in that. And then the Warm Audio stuff. So Warm Audio actually sent me over a whole bunch of mics and they sent me over their preamp. And I'm actually gonna do a video. I might do a video at my spot, or I might actually go to my mentor's spot. I might go to his studio. He has a really dope studio here in Atlanta, really big dope studio. I might do have a singer come in and record over those mics and compare it to the mics that they have in that studio and see, because he has the U87, like the gold U87 mics that's gold plated. And basically the mics that the Warm Audio sent over are basically the like the U87 junior mics and the U47s. So I might do a video with that, comparing that. But if you think about it, most of the content I do is off of like MIDI controllers, hardware units, stuff like that. But every once in a while, it's a piece of software that that I kind of watch and be like, that might be kind of dope. I think the audience might need to know about that. And you just do it. You go out and do it. And a lot of this stuff, man, it might be some stuff that I already have. Now, let me take that back. I do want to say this. Let me take that back. I cannot get every piece of software. I lied about that. I cannot get every piece of software. Universal Audio is not giving nothing for free. Universal Audio is not doing it. Not at all. Nah. I got to pay for all my Universal Audio stuff. And I have. Over the years, I paid for a lot of stuff for Universal Audio, from interfaces all the way to plugins. I paid a grip. I'm still kicking myself in the butt. I should have went ahead and got the all plugin bundle when they had it on sale for like $500, like $600. I should have got that. But so far as anything else, Plugin Alliance, IK Multimedia stuff, you know what I'm saying? I can get some waves. I can get all that stuff. That's not an issue. But now hardware, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hardware, that's a little tougher. I can't get every keyboard. Even though I have a lot of keyboards, I cannot get every keyboard like that. You know what I'm saying? I can't get every keyboard like that. But I can get most of them. Like I have a good relationship over there with Roland. I think I spoke to Yamaha a while back. I can't remember, but I get a lot of stuff from them through like Zounds or like Sweetwater or something like that. So far as hardware, I haven't gotten to the point right now where I can get I can't get like the big dog stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like certain compressors, limiters, stuff like that. Nah. And then plus I don't really want to do it because my audience doesn't really align up with that stuff. Like what's the dude? What's his name? What's the guy? I don't know if he's like White C or whatever his name is. He does a lot of plug-in reviews and hardware reviews or whatever like that. And I just seen the other guy. He did a review on the Volt, the Universal Audio Volt, as well. He did one, I guess today or the other day. He did it on that. So that type of stuff is not it. A lot of people want to see me just work on like the MP and see me using hardware stuff, which that's what I produce most of the time on. You know what I'm saying? And I think I'm gonna get back to doing that more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Um, like that's what I'm gonna get back more into than anything. And I'm gonna still do some plug-in stuff, but it's not gonna be uh it's not gonna be a lot of software stuff. If I'm doing any software stuff, it's gonna be MPC software, machine software, um, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Korg is a great product. Korg is a very good product. But getting back to what I was really kind of saying, what a lot of people have to understand is that this whole situation is getting weird on here because I think that a lot of us have taken the route of not really producing as much on here anymore. And I get it because a lot of people don't want to sit here and just watch people produce, but I like what John Makes Beats do. Like John is incredible with his videos. He's running through subscribers, views, and everything. I like what he's doing. And he's staying out the way. He's doing what he does, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So I like what he's doing. And there's a lot of other producers on YouTube that I watch that are doing some really good stuff. Um, you know, that are on here. But I think the best for me to do like hookups is if I do present like a product, you know, a lot of times if I have like a product or there's like a new VST that comes down to MPC, I always do like a no edit type of a cookup. Like I go in and I cook up and there's no editing involved. So you guys can see the whole process, even the mess ups. And then I try to make a really quick beat. The beat might not be the best, but I try to do it to where I show you like I'm making the beat on the spot and there's no edit, or I can make the beat on my live. That seems like it's the best for me. What's this, Vance? You say, Bolo, do you have an opinion on YouTubers in this space not really collaborating? Are you open to that? The thing is, you got to find the YouTubers who are genuinely genuine. Let's put it like that. My thing is, in my line of work, you know, you got people who are not as genuine like that. They're not genuine people. Like, I'm gonna tell you something. Av is a genuine person. Because that's what you're gonna get. He's a genuine person. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably gonna do a collaboration with him at some point. I'm gonna hit him up, or he'll hit me up. We'll probably do like a collaboration at some point. I actually like some HTK. I like what he's been doing, like showing off the plugins and stuff like that. As you guys see, I jumped on Weaver's live the other day. I didn't have no problem jumping on there and talking to him. Of course, I want to get in with John Makes Beats. He, you know, I gotta get out there to. I think he's in California somewhere. I gotta get out there and try to link up with him at some point. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, Hunter, he's dope. You know what I'm saying? But I want to get in with people who are genuine people. And sometimes the most genuine people are people who are not huge YouTubers, like big YouTubers. Sometimes they're just smaller YouTubers like that. So DJ Payne, yeah, he's genuine. Definitely genuine. I would definitely do one with Payne. You know what I'm saying? Definitely do one with Payne. And I like people who stand on business. Because you can't be weak out here, man. It's too many weak people. Like, it is, listen, man. It is too many weak individuals out here. If you do it, stand on business. If you did it, stand on business, man, because right now what it's showing to me and to everybody else that you cannot take the heat. That's the weird thing about a lot of this stuff, man, is people not standing on business. Like, people are not standing on business. I did the video. I stand on business. I did the Unison video years ago. I stood on business. The only reason why I took down the Unison audio video is because of what that man tried to do to Av. See, this is what people don't know. I didn't even know Av like that. Right? But I did not like what the Unison people tried to do to Av when basically I think he was trying to call them out, and then I think they were trying to give him like a copyright strike, or was trying to get his channel taken down or something like that. I took the video down because of that, because I felt that that was not right. You don't do that because of somebody else's opinion. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that. And I'm talking about people really went in for me when I did that Drum Monkey video for Unison Audio, but I stood on business. Hey, I like it. I'm not finna stop doing what I do because what I like. You know what I'm saying? I actually like the Drum Monkey. But the reason why I took it down is because of what they tried to do to Av. And I did not even, and even to this day, the company will send over stuff. Hey, I got this new thing, this MIDI wizard, this whatever. You need to check it out. I got, I can send you some money for it, this or whatever. I don't want it. You haven't seen me do a Unison Audio video since I did that Drum Monkey, even though in their video ads, he's still using me in the ads and stuff like that. People are like, yeah, I just seen you in the ad for Unison Audio. I did that ad in like 2019 and he's still using the ad. But if you do something wrong, like right now, if somebody came to, let's just say, even BusyWorks page, if BusyWorks said something and somebody came over there and they tried to copyright strike his page, I would feel some type of way, because that just doesn't affect BusyWorks. It affects other creators as well, because them copyright strikes are real. You can lose your account when people do that, and that's not right. Over an opinion or what somebody says, you should never try to do that to somebody's account. You know what I'm saying? So even if people do try to call me out and say certain things, at least I have the decency to say, no, that's not right. Now we're crossing the lines. What somebody says about me, I don't care. Well, Rob Satie, the reason why he was saying that, if you actually look at Weaver, you got to look at what was going on. He basically was saying that, I think he was saying that he felt that he was being called a scam artist, and then he was saying certain things. I think we posted it. I'm not in that situation between him and Mars. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I do know this. Mars is a decorated producer across the music scene. He's a decorated music producer that works with artists right now as we speak. And with me being in the music industry, your name goes a long way. And for him to be attached to that, and at the end of the day, like, I think, and I'm just being honest, I think that Weave needs to kind of chill on that situation, because I understand that, he's trying to get his situation out or whatever, but I think he just, at this point right now, it's like, it's almost time to just chill out. Like how he said earlier today he was in the chat, in the comment section, basically he was saying that, hey, he's going to put out one more video and he's pretty much going to be done with it. Okay? And I hope so, because I think at this point, things have to be just pretty much chilled out. You know what I'm saying? I think everything has to be chilled out, because I'm going to tell you right now, like, these situations can keep boiling over and boiling over and boiling over. And if you don't really know what you're getting yourself into, then you'll end up getting yourself into something that can really not be good. And I'm just saying this from somebody who has a very respected entertainment lawyer. You know, my entertainment lawyer is very respected. He gets to the bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just won that huge settlement for B.O.B. And you know, his law firm is super respected, one of the biggest lawyers, and he's the type of lawyer I can call and just talk about personal stuff too. Like, you know, my lawyer is very cool. I don't talk to him all the time, but if I have to, he picks up the phone and we can go to the office or whatever. But when you're dealing with this type of situation, I don't think people really understand how serious it can actually really get. And I'm not talking about getting beat up or getting in fights, but I'm just saying the legal side of it. So that's why I'm saying with this part right now, I think at some point, I think that it all needs to just stop before it gets to that point. And with somebody like Mars, he has the capabilities of really taking it far either way. Because now you're not just dealing with a person that's on YouTube and you're dealing with the industry person, an industry professional that deals with lawyers on you know what I'm saying, on a daily, really, especially with all the stuff they're doing over there with 1500 and stuff like that. That's a respected group of people that are very, very, very respected so far as like music and everything else. And so I just really want this at a certain point to really just stop on every end. I really want it to stop because, you know, I don't want it to get to the point where it has to get like too legal. For real. Like, nobody wants to get to that. I'm just telling you right now, nobody wants to get to that point. I don't think he said I don't think any lawyer would want to touch this case with a 10-foot pole. Bro, lawyers would love to touch this case with a 10-foot pole. That's why you're not a lawyer. That's correct. Lawyers would love to touch this with a 10-foot pole. Like, I'm just being honest with you. I've seen, you got to think, people sue people for everything right now these days. Okay? For everything. So that's why I'm very careful when I say stuff. That's why I don't call people out. I don't say certain things because what happens is people will put up certain things and they think that it's over with. They think, oh, if I take down this video or whatever, nobody can see it. But everything that is on the internet is being recorded and stored. So if a lawyer wants to go in and they say, hey, y'all have some evidence saying that this was said or this was done or whatever, we need a subpoena to get this video. We know you have it in your records. Because whenever you upload anything to YouTube, yes, it will delete forever on your end, but that is still in Google's data system. So if they subpoena that and they can get those videos and they comb through certain videos and somebody's saying certain things or whatever, oh, then we have some issues. And then now we're going past the copyright stuff at this point. This is not even a copyright strike. This is not whatever. This is a legal issue. Now, if people understand how businesses work, like if a business is being like actively sued, you know what I'm saying? Like certain businesses are being actively sued or whatever like that. Sometimes, a lot of times, those operations have to stop. Sometimes they don't, depending on the corporation and how everything is kind of set up. But at the end of the day, like everything that we do, this live, if I take this down right now, it's still going to be in their system. So my thing is right now, I wish that this whole thing could be worked out, you know, with open bead and whoever's talking about it or whatever they're saying or whoever's trying to insert themselves in this situation, because people don't understand how these things can actually really go if you piss off the wrong person. And I know some people don't care because they don't think about what could happen, but you got some people that really might try to take it there legally. You know, that's just how things work. And I don't wish that on anybody to have to go through that. Like, because you can't represent yourself. Like people think they can go in and represent themselves against a lawyer, and it's happened before, but you don't want to do that. Then you got to go and get a retainer from a lawyer and all this other type of stuff. I just tell people, man, just be careful when you're doing this type of stuff, especially the people who are not here to play with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody, because you got to think there's some people who are not scared to sit here and go to that point to say, okay, look, all right, cool. You want to play like that? Well, we're going to play like this. You know what I'm saying? And some people are like that. Me, I'm kind of cool. Like people can talk about me or whatever. I'm not going to come at them like that. That's just me. So if I got to be somebody's punching bag, let me be the punching bag. But if some people can't take it, or they're not going to take it, I'm not saying they can't take it, they're just not going to take it. And what they do a lot of times is they'll take a legal route to either get money out you or completely shut you up. And that's what you don't want to have. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm just being honest, and this is a serious thing. I just don't want it to go that far for nobody. I don't. I really, really, really don't. I really don't. So yeah, it's getting weird out here, y'all. It's getting really weird. I'm hoping that the space can get back to what it used to be, because this is the thing. You got a lot of people right now that are jumping on the bandwagon and like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, such and such is now doing this, and now they're taking information and people are regurgitating the information. And what they don't understand is people are watching them too. You know what I'm saying? People are watching them too. And people are taking notes on certain people and saying, oh, so you want to jump in this too, huh? And they'll come after small creators too. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, what they say? What you say, Lex P? Okay, Bolo, it's time to shut it down. Both of your teams are playing in the second half. 1 point game in ATL versus. What is going on with my Bucks, bro? What is going on with my Bucks? Are the Bucks winning? Hold on, man. I forgot they played tonight. I gotta watch that documentary tomorrow too. Hold on, man. Come on, man. This cannot be real, bro. They got on the old school things, and the Bucks around here playing like trash right now, man. Come on, man. Are you serious? Come on, man. Baker Mayfield's supposed to be our savior. Oh, my goodness. Here we go with this. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh, Kyle Pitts going crazy? Oh, man. Dang. Well, hopefully my Bucks. It was tight the first game. I was there at the first game. It was tight that first game. One thing Atlanta's going to do is play the Bucks real tough. And they got the creamsicles on. They got the old school jerseys on. Come on, man. 50 years. He got 2 TDs? How did Kyle Pitts? Man. He wouldn't be suing about smoking on camera. Like weed is legal out there. You know that, right? Trying to get my camera to stay still. Weed is legal out there. You can actually buy it and smoke it. So like that's you can actually buy weed and smoke it out there. No problems. In New York, you can buy weed and smoke it. In Florida, if you have your card, you can buy weed and smoke it. Yeah, that whole Tasha K incident, yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, so, people got to be careful out here, man. Some people not playing about their names, their likenesses, and none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like people are not playing about that. So you got to be very careful on what you do and what you say, because then you can end up in a situation where you don't really want to be in. Tell you right now. You'll be in a situation that you'll be like, man, how did I get into this? Why? Was it really worth it? That's why I tell people, before you do something, and like even my producers, the producers I work with, I tell them all the time, because they'll come into the studio, I give them a spot to make beats and everything like that, and I'll be like, listen, before you do something, I want you to think, I want you to think again, and I want you to think again before you make a move. Because a lot of times when people make moves, they don't think, and then they turn around and it goes bad. Like me, I always, before I put out any video, whatever, I just try to make sure it is what it is. And in this situation, I thought it was a good product. I still think it's a good product. I still think that it sounds, better than Suno. Like when the guy who sent that thing to my email, he showed me some stuff. There's some real technical people out here. There's some really smart people out here. There's some really smart people out here. And yeah, it's some really good technical people out here who know how to do things. That's all I'm finna say. There's some people out here who are complete geniuses, and I'm glad that they follow me, because they send me stuff all the time. They're like, hey, Bolo, you can do this and do that. I'm like, yo, okay. I ain't that deep into it, but okay, cool. But at the end of the day, that's just how it is. So I tell people all the time, man, you got to stand on business out here. Stop conforming to other grown men. Nobody's out here as your daddy. Like, have fun, go through the ups and downs of what this YouTube thing has to offer, and make sure you stand on business, period. And, people can talk, people can say certain things, but, at the end of the day, next year is going to be something totally, totally, totally different that people are going to be talking about. And it is what it is. But you have to stand on business. Got to stand on business with it. You know what I'm saying? The lies and the deception, though, that's the problem. And being okay with the lies, that's the problem. When I made the video, this is what people have to understand. When I made the video, nobody knew about what was going on behind the scenes. And from what the owner is saying, he's saying that it's not that. That's what he's saying. He's saying that it's not that. And to be frankly honest with you, when I made the video, I wasn't sitting here thinking, oh my God, is this ethically trained AI? Nobody thinks about that. So if I would have did a video using Suno, knowing that it's been ethically trained, it's been trained on other people's stuff, would y'all have been on me the same way, or y'all just riding the bandwagon? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said before, nobody's worried about Suno. That's why they're worth 2 point something billion. The record labels know how big Suno is about to be. That's why they're coming together. I believe at some point that Suno is going to be I believe that Suno is going to be at some point a part of the record label. It's already a part of the record label system. Like, it's already there. But right now they are definitely it's definitely the music. It's definitely, they're a part of the music business. I don't know how deep it is. I'm not sure how deep it is like that, and I really don't care, because that's their business. But at the end of the day, all this, it's lying and deception or whatever, we did not know none of this stuff. When a lot of us did the video, we didn't know what was going on behind the scenes, and a lot of us are not going to know, because we're not computer techs and stuff like that. We don't know. All AI is not trained by us. No, it's not. It's trained by people who make great music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nobody can't describe an API. They don't know about none of that stuff. They're just saying that stuff. People are just saying stuff because they want to say it. They're just saying because somebody did investigative journalism. It started off with Shawty P, and then from there, Weaver did a video on it. He did a really good. I ain't gonna lie, he did a really good investigative video. I've always said he did a good video, and then from there, people jumped on it from there, and then from that point, boom, it went from there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I'd rather spend my time creating music than trying to look for coding to find a flaw. That's the problem with people. The people who are sitting here trying to go through the coding and trying to find flaws are people that don't make music. That's why I said we got to get back to making music. People over here trying to find everything. They're trying to find everything and trying to find everything to do other than make music. People trying to do everything in the world and then try to make music. And I'm one of the people who make music from scratch. Touchdown. Who scored a touchdown? Hold on, let me see. The Bucs scored? Oh, yes. Good job. Good job. There we go. All right. Boom. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was saying, like, we need these type of conversations. We need this type of thing to happen. But I think stretching it on and keep carrying it out and all this stuff like that, like, it's so much stuff just going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, some HTK. Like, I agree. He said, I agree that some people don't want to make music. I always say that. Like, the thing is, people want to come on here and they want to back an argument because they think that they're going to be a part of a certain crowd or a certain crew. Some people just want to be, I think some people just want to be the bad people in the bunch. They want to just always bring out something negative in certain things, and that's just how things are right now. When is that Serato cook-up video dropping? It might be within the next 2 weeks. I got to get real comfortable with it. Because it is a little bit different, and I want to be able to use some of the shortcuts that are in Serato. Bolo, clone your own voice, and you will never need a vocal booth or a high-end mic using AI. It is highly resourceful and cost-effective then. I might try it. But I'm not that good at it. Like, I tried to use the Suno stuff. I'm not good. And then plus I don't really watch tutorials on it. So I'm not good at it right now. I'm not good. But I heard it does do some really good mixes. Like I seen the Suno studio thing. But I'm just, I'm not really into it. Like, I got a lot of other stuff to worry about. I got the MPC stuff. I got the machine there adding new sounds to it. And then now you got, the slab. That's been a pretty cool controller. So it's cool. Bolo producer, have you noticed the hate came after the MPC Live 3 and OpenAI was killing all the FL Click producer vids? Yeah, it's cool. I'm gonna tell you who's really gonna have some problems with this AI. And I'm gonna end it from this, but I want y'all to listen to me. Oh man, Epic, thank you so much for that donation. Appreciate that. The loop makers are going to have hell with this AI, especially with something like with Open Beat, where you can kind of sing into it and it takes what you sung into it and makes it into something dope. And you can export the stems out too. These loop makers are going to go through it. You know what I'm saying? These loop makers are going to go through it. You know what I'm saying? I feel you on that, Tiffy. I definitely feel you on that. Bolo, we need. Oh, hey, Giorgio, let's go. That is true. I'm actually, bro. That's crazy because, I didn't know that you can put those in Studio One until today. Only thing is, Studio One when it wraps in the program, it does some weird stuff with it in Studio One. Like it's not like it can handle it, but it can't handle it like how FL can. But when it did that, it's crazy because next time I talk to the people over at FL, I'm gonna ask about that too. I'm definitely gonna ask about that. The SFZ files, that'll be the sound font files, that'll be crazy if you can have that inside the MPC. Because pretty much it's almost kind of like FL in the box. It does everything that FL does. You know what I'm saying? But that is crazy. That's crazy because I found out in Studio One you can actually add in the SFZ files in there, and man, that's crazy. But Studio One can't handle them the same way that the FL can handle them. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the loop makers are it's going to be bad. You know, it's going to be bad for a lot of loop makers because what's going to happen is a lot of producers are going to say, well, why should I get a loop maker and have to go through all of these different hurdles and stuff? And we don't know if they're using AI. I might well just go ahead and hum in some notes and then boom, it sends me something back. Oh, I don't like that. Hum in some other stuff to send me something back. Cool. Now you don't have to get session players. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. And then you could just have something that you like. I understand it. Now I'm a little different. Like you got to understand, I'm the type of person that doesn't even have any type of templates. Like I don't ever start off with any templates. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever start off with any templates. Like drums and everything else. Even now, I don't even put my drums in drum programs on. Oh man Epic, thank you. Many of you have terribly treated Room or none at all. Clone your voice and let AI process your lyrics, and there's your solution for clean vocals. Okay, I might have to try that. I might have to try it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I might have to try it. But like with me with producing, I don't have any templates, so I do everything from scratch. Like I don't have like I know now in Logic I do have a template where I have my clap that happens, and I have a hi-hat usually, and then I have like a certain bass on the track. But other than that, I still start everything pretty much from scratch. So I don't use like templates. So I try to do everything that is strictly straight bare bones. On my MPC is straight bare bones. I don't have any templates in here with anything in here. Now I do have some drum programs with certain drums I like. But other than that, I like to do everything from scratch. So I like to build from scratch. I like to make my own melodies from scratch and everything. But it's sometimes, I'd be like, dang, man, I wish I could play this a little bit better, and I couldn't. And then it's like, okay, am I gonna call somebody? I live way out. I live in the suburbs of Atlanta. So even just to get to the perimeter of 285, which is the big circle that goes around Atlanta, it still takes me sometimes, depending on traffic, 30 minutes just to get to that part. And then I still got to get to downtown or wherever somebody else is. Like some of my friends in Atlanta, it's not uncommon to drive an hour and a half without traffic to get to somebody in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So it's, sometimes you want to get some results right then and there. And then people still cook up. Like I still like cooking up with people and everything like that, and we bounce off ideas. I still like that. So, I think that it's to each his own with that situation. But like I keep saying over and over again, no prompt is going to make a perfect song. People are not going to like everything that happens. And like somebody's saying, the smart move loop makers will learn AI, and loop makers are using AI right now. I'm telling you. But the people who used to use loop makers are not saying, well, why do I need to use that when they're using it? I can just use it myself. So I know loop makers are kind of going through it. You know what I'm saying? I know loop makers are going through it right now because of what's going on. I know they're going through it. But me, I like the analog feel. I like hardware sound. I like just the sound of hardware. It's just something that just sounds different when you plug that stuff in and run it through 1/4-inch cables. It just sounds different. So, it's like that. If someone samples and plays around the sample, I know it's not from scratch. I know it's not from scratch. What would you call it? It's not from scratch, but you're still playing around the sample. You're enhancing the sample. Basically, that's what you're doing. So it's still kind of like you're adding your own thing to it. So it's just sampling. There's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and the A, you ask a chick where she lives first. Yeah. Atlanta traffic is wild. It takes a half an hour to get to Atlanta, which is 6 miles from me. It takes an hour and a half to get to my parents. Traffic, so yeah, traffic is crazy here. But I know my way around. Like I know the back roads, even that that even the GPS doesn't even know. Like I can get around a little bit, but man, like with the amount of construction they're doing, major construction on all of the major intersections of the highways, then everybody's following the GPSs to get off, and then this, that, whatever. One thing I learned about Atlanta is if you want to go somewhere, sometimes it's best to take the long route than to try to take the shortest route. Meaning, if say for instance the interstate is straight like this to get somewhere, sometimes I would go like this. I would just go all the way around. Like I would literally go 30 miles out the way and still get there faster. Like I would go all the way out the way to get there faster. That's one thing I do with Atlanta. Like people like, why you don't get on the interstate now? There's no traffic. Brother, you don't know about Atlanta. Just because it says no traffic right now does not mean that you're not going to get stuck in traffic. So what I do is I'll take the street way, I'll take the backwoods country way. Like, cause when you get outside of Atlanta, it's still Georgia. I would go deep down in the backwoods and go basically underneath Atlanta and then come back up and around, and I can get there faster. For real. And people who live in Atlanta, if you know, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits today, man. But I think that we need to get back to like a readjustment with what's going on with the YouTube producer community. I think it needs to be a serious adjustment to a lot of things. And I think that if we have issues like that, let's have these issues. Let's talk about these issues. But let's not do the name calling. Let's not do the whole scammer thing and all that stuff. Because what it does is it leads to other people that get involved with it that have no that don't need to be involved with it. And I think that I think we need to get to a point to where if we want to report and we want to do certain things, we should be able to do it in a light and a manner to where we can still keep it cool. It's cool to call out people, but I think it's not cool to basically, do all the tactics and antics and stuff like that. I don't think that's cool. You know what I'm saying? And for all the people who are trying to insert themselves in this situation, and all the people who are sitting here apologizing and all that stuff like that, don't apologize for nothing that you do. Unless you really, really, really tried to get over on people. Now, if you were doing like, say for instance, like a thing like, hey, donate to my cause so we can help out all the starving children on the streets. And you have people sending in their money, but you're taking the money and pocketing the money. That's when you need to apologize, and that's some scamish stuff right there. But if you get, I don't care if you got free software or if you got money from a company and you made some beats with it or whatever, and come to find out the company might be a little shady, or it might be something that could be shady or could not be shady or whatever like that. All you did was do a service. And you can't be scared to lose people. Like if people don't like me, please. If you don't like what I do, if you feel like the stuff I don't do is right, please just leave. I'd rather have 10 solid people watching my channel than to have 1 million people who are not solid like that. Because I want to make sure I appease to the people who really like what I do. And right now it's not about subs with me anymore. It's not about a lot of stuff with me anymore. It's about having fun and making content. And that's what I'm on right now. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. That's what I'm gonna be doing for now on. I'm just gonna be doing the content that I really kind of like to do. And I'm gonna do content with the companies that I like. Anything. Like I like Output. I like Landar. You know what I'm saying? I like Music Hack. I like, Native Instruments. I like Akai. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just start doing more stuff like that. And I'm gonna just try to stay on that wave right now. It's gonna be some new companies that kind of come in, but you know, plug-in alliance, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Neuro Audio. I made a video with them yesterday. Like, those are the companies I want to really be doing a lot of stuff with. IK Multimedia, you know what I'm saying? They're actually going to be doing some real giveaways. They have IK Multimedia. I got it hooked in right now. They have a streaming thing where, it's like a streaming mixer that they have. I got it plugged in right now. As you guys can see, it sounds good. The only thing I don't like about it is it takes the stereo inputs rather than the quarter-inch inputs. It takes the RCA inputs, but it's very dope. And they want me to do maybe like a little contest or whatever. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the people's emails and I'm going to send you directly to IK Multimedia, and they're gonna send you the unit to you directly. So we're gonna be doing a giveaway with their streaming decks or whatever. I keep forgetting the name of it. But I got that right now. I got it. It's actually sitting underneath my computer behind some wires, so I don't want to move it because I don't want nothing to go. I don't want to move nothing that's behind it right now. But it's actually really dope, and we're gonna do that too. Okay. FL. I'm gonna do some more stuff with them. Of course, Studio One, Logic. The companies that I've been doing stuff for a while. I'm gonna be doing more stuff with that, and I'm gonna sprinkle some other stuff with that as well. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that, and we're gonna be still making good content. I'm still gonna be making beats and stuff on here, but I just hope within the next couple of days all this is over with, because I think people are kind of dragging this thing along. And then what's gonna happen is, and this is another thing too, when you drag stuff along like this, and it just keeps getting dragged along, people just start feeling the fatigue of it over time. And right now, it's kind of at that point right now where I think it needs to just be done with. And even when Weave makes his next video, when he makes his next video, I hope people don't sit here and try to make more videos, because it's just like at this point right now, it's starting to get to a point where one person makes a video, now another person makes a video, and they react to their video, and then this person makes a video, and they react to their video. Let's get back to making beats. Can we do that? Can we get back to making beats? Can I go this weekend, and by Monday, can we get back to making beats? Come on, man. Come on, y'all. Let's get back to making beats. So yeah, I had a good time with y'all tonight. Had everything set up to make beats, but it is what it is. I appreciate everybody who donated tonight. Thank you guys so much. Thanks to all the members. And I'm gonna start my beat reviews back up real soon, so y'all get ready for that. And man, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys learned something from it. And like I always say, peace out.